boy Xuan. Today I'll be making a discussion video which I haven't made in quite a while. And today's discussion video will be about the problem with Naruto relationships or romance in general. Now you might be wondering, what do you mean by this? Well, I just mean relationships like Naruto and Hinata, Sakura and Sasuke, and so on. And so I'll just be explaining why I think it's kind of broken. No, I'm not talking about all relationships, but majority of like the main cast. So yeah, let's begin. My first point will be how it felt forced and came out of nowhere. Naruto and Hinata relationship, it came out of nowhere in Naruto the Last. They didn't give us any context, and it just like came out there and it felt very forced. So, my second point, this is where I'll go more in depth. There was no character development. We always see Hinata having feelings for Naruto. It's obvious. In part 1 it was shown, in part 2 Shippuden being. So yeah, it was always shown in all of Naruto. But like it was never shown that Naruto cared, or like he cared for Hinata, but he never showed feelings, like feelings of love. No, Hinata always showed sexual feelings. Naruto never showed any of those when he was around Hinata, except in Naruto Last. I am not counting that. That's where like Naruto Last never gave us any progression, because there should have been mini arcs to explain their connection. So yeah, I just think it made no sense because the two people had no real connection, and that's pretty much it. Because Naruto never loved Hinata. So yeah, my third point is that the two people who were in love had no connection. Now this is different from character development of like the progression of the romance. This is how both of them don't make sense. Think about this is for my point 3 and point 4, but they had nothing that made them similar to each other. Like look at Hinata and Naruto. You don't see anything similar. Naruto is loud and brash and acts on impulse sometimes, while Hinata is low, calm, and like doesn't have much confidence. Like it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't feel like a healthy relationship. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think. Now, my final point, or one of my final points, will be unhealthy obsessions. Like this is gonna be for Naruto. Sorry, not Naruto. Sasuke and Sakura. Now we can clearly see in Sasuke and Sakura's relationship that is one hell of a toxic relationship. They might wonder, why is it a toxic relationship? Well, the reasoning I'm putting this out for is because we see multiple times these two wanting to kill each other. Sakura obviously once wanted to kill Sasuke, which you remember on the bridge after the Kage summit. She wanted to kill Sasuke, failed miserably. And there's been multiple times where Sasuke wanted to kill Sakura, and Naruto came to the rescue, you know what I mean? On the bridge after the Kage summit again. So, yeah. And it feels so wrong because Sasuke had done so many things to Sakura that she should never be with Sasuke. It makes no sense. And it's a similar point in Boruto as well, where Naruto and Sakura are like to their husbands, being Naruto and Sasuke. They don't ever make arguments. They don't ever defy their their words. There's no character development. Look, Naruto always stays home, right? Always stays at the Hokage office. He never goes home to be with his kids, barely. You know what I mean? Which is not a thing you should do. It's going to really strain your relationship with your kids when you're older. And I didn't ever see that in Boruto, where Hinata came to Naruto and said, "Yo, you should be more with your kids." And Naruto realizing that there was nothing like that. There's no fillers. There was no arcs in the books, in the anything basically. Also for Sakura, she never defied Sasuke. She just let Sasuke travel the whole world to so find himself, or just travel the world to get rid of evil, which I don't really. It's dumb. So yeah, that's my personal take on the bad relationships. Now to the unhealthy or the healthy ones, the ones that kind of make sense logically, with Temari and Shikamaru. Now those make sense. Think about it. Temari and Shikamaru attitude makes so much sense. They work together so many times in the tuning exams, and they did do a tuning exams together. I do know that's filler where they set up a tuning exams because they were both tuning, but that I would count that because there were filler arcs like explaining it, and even all like the other sources of Naruto books, even the Naruto novels as well. There's explicit information on their relationship, so it kind of makes sense. The other relationship that makes sense to me has to be Miyato and Kushina's. That made perfect sense. It feels like a lovebird story, like a proper love story, like a Romeo and Juliet story, if you get what I'm trying to say. And they like first off, they didn't really like each other. Like, it was so interesting because Miyato actually came up to Kushina. He uses like sweet talk, if you get what I mean, and managed to get Kushina to like him, and you know what I mean. And Kushina like kind of already had a feeling for Miyato. And it is, by the way, it's stated that Miyato did have fangirls. This is stated by, I think it was Tsunade, saying that Miyato was seen as like this amazing, handsome, strong person, which this was stated in part one in the manga. And yeah, so obviously, and Kushina just got to get with the best man in the village at the time, and it is quite interesting, and it shows how they both loved like Naruto, and there was a lot. And when Miyato tried to steal away the Nine Tails, Kushina literally didn't want the Nine Tails to be sealed inside Naruto. So they definitely had disagreements and arguments, and so the relationship kind of made sense. It was shown there, and so yeah, that's pretty much my take on it, guys. If you think I'm wrong in any way, just DM me on Discord. I'll put my Discord link or my Discord tag in the description below. Just DM me or put in the comments below. I'll most likely see your comments. I'll read all the comments, and yeah. Thank you very much for listening, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.